No, just kidding. We actually got sound. What's going on, everyone? It's Azora Hype here. Happy weekend. It's a little bit rainy outside here in the lands of always winter, but it is summer, so we're chilling out. And hopefully, you're down here to speculate for the new series on Sunday, Speculation Sunday. So I'm feeling a little funny today. I hope everyone's having a good weekend so far. Cheers to all of you. Just the water today. But yeah, let's speculate. There's some interesting news from Watchers on the Wall about Lyanna Mormont. We can talk a little bit about her. But today, I mainly wanted to focus on House Stark. You know, Jon Snow gets a lot of love, so does Arya. But maybe we can focus a little bit on Sansa, talk about how her and Arya are going to interact. I thought that would be cool. And kind of talk about House Stark as a whole, where it's really going to go. You know, is Bran going to go to the Isle of Faces? Is he going to, take off again from Winterfell? Are they going to have the big House Stark reunion? Are we going to get that? So today we're going to talk about some of that. I think we should talk a little bit about, the White Walkers and the Night King possibly being Starks. You know, some of them, or at least one of them, being a Stark. I think that would be a pretty interesting twist, obviously. I think that there's more people than me that just think that is out there. So let's see who's in the chat today. We got a few people here watching. Otilla Angel, what's going on? John St. Baptiste, what's going on? St. Baptiste, I should say. Lycan Studios, another YouTuber in the chat. I think we got Gemma in here as well. Secrets of the Citadel, what's going on? J.R. Rowley, so he's got his a pen and pad. Just get the damn label off. Okay, I thought you were taking notes about the stream. I'm like, what? That's weird. Scott McCloy. We got Chrissy of Oldstone, who did her first, was it your first YouTube video the other day, Chrissy? She did a reading. Really awesome. So if anybody hasn't gotten checked out Chrissy, please do that. Nicola, no, I will not hear your Ned and Shea theory. No, thank you. Jordy Jedi, Scott McCloy, William Rice, Travis. I'm sure some more of you will be joining in. Well, yeah, where should we start? I've been thinking about it more and more lately that we're gonna have a pretty sweet duo. Oh, there's Helen's in there too. Helen's in there too. Unfortunately, Germany lost in the World Cup today, so she's probably a little upset. But no triggering me today. I'm actually super tired today. I don't know. This whole weekend has been like for me. So no triggering me today. I'm trying to be positive and happy right now. But yeah, Sansa Stark and Arya Stark. Let's see a show of hands in the way of fire emojis in the chat. If Arya Stark and Sansa Stark are going to be a nice tag team duo we're going to see in season 8. Who thinks that's a possible thing that's going down? PJ of Ice and Fire says, hey, handsome, thank you. I will take the compliment. I really appreciate that. But yeah, no shared Ned theories. That's not going down today. So, ooh, there's a poo emoji. So I'm guessing that Amy doesn't like that. Okay, so fire. Wow. So okay, like 70% thing Arya and Sansa. Okay, we've got Katrin, Ellis, and Rose. Katrin's in the chat. One of our permanent members on the wall pipe. PJ's also a permanent member on the wall pipe. Jared. Oh wow. Okay. So House Stark is Arya, the She-Wolves of Winterfell. They're gonna do some damage next season. I'd like to see that. I really think that as we see Game of Thrones season 8, this is something that I'm thinking about all the time. What is that last transformation each character is going to make? Are they going to die? Are they going to survive? And then, for me, I think one of the most interesting kind of mysteries that is out there, we don't really know what Sansa's going to do. But where does Sansa end up? And I keep on thinking about that. Has she learned from her mistakes and her family's mistakes? And what kind of transformation will Sansa be making? I actually think we're going to be really surprised with her, and I think a lot of people will not hate her as much. I don't want to say love her, but yeah, I think they're both incredibly dangerous, right there. And Sansa's been constantly underestimated, so I think that that's something that is really interesting, right? Because she hasn't got the same recognition as Jon, but we'll see what happens with her. I think that having Arya there obviously is her and Arya together in Bran, them three, but with Jon coming back into it, this is kind of why I wanted to talk about this. Is with Jon coming back in this scenario again with Daenerys is really going to complicate things, right? Because we know that that people spoke out about it, when they wanted to go down south. So I think that's kind of a really interesting dynamic that's going to go down. And Jon calling the shots. Sansa having maybe more respect for Jon because of what Jon did for Sansa. Really went out and said, "Hey, like you're in charge when I'm gone. Like this is no joke." So Sonny McLeod, we got more people coming in here. Raven, Mia Ice and Fire, what's going down? Daisy, Kowalczykowski. I probably really mispronounced that, but yeah, thanks for joining. But yeah, so I think that's going to be a really interesting scenario. Are we going to get the true House Stark reunion? Let's see. If you think it's going to be a real nice reunion, it might be short. If you think if it's gonna make our cheeks wet, put a heart emoji in the chat if you think the House Stark reunion is going to be something that's awesome next season. Yeah, hashtag Sansa forever. I don't know if Tal Mascadan is here, but we'll do it anyways. That's what intrigues me the most about Sansa. Is she's underestimated, right? So people are thinking that we're going to have some is House Stark reunion with Jon going to make us cry? I know that it's going to make oh, there's Dan. I summoned him. Short and sweet. Okay. Ooh, four heart faces from JR Rally. Yeah, that's one of the most anticipated things for me. We know that there's going to be crazy moments with the Dance Dragons 2.0 between Night King Viserion, Jon, or Daenerys, or all of them together. We know that there's probably going to be the Cleganebowl, going to be some sort of civil war in Westeros still, with the Golden Company coming over and Cersei and all of that. Yeah, Arya and Jon. Oh my God. I really do hope we get the moment that we've been waiting for since season 1. My goodness. Sorry, I got some glare in my eye right now. I can see it's a little bit. It's actually kind of dark in here today. It's really gloomy outside. That's better. Yeah, Theon has to fight Euron. We know that, right? Arya and Jon is going to be so great. He'll ground her, you think? Takes to the Citadel. Ooh, Gemma. I think Jon and Arya will be tinged with sadness. Jon isn't going to be on board with Arya has become. But maybe he'll remind her that, that we see these people trying to shed these labels, like Jaime Lannister's trying to shed this Kingslayer label. Jon's having these identity crises for all of these characters, right? That's essentially what's going on. Is the mind battling the heart? Like, what kind of decisions do I make in all of these during these incredibly trying times and events? Like, and these are all major events, like war, all that kind of stuff is going down. So I think that Jon being influencing Arya, obviously she would be super ecstatic about seeing him again. The fact that Jon did have that bittersweet moment. He's like, I know they're alive, but I got things to do. So hopefully, Jon does get a moment of peace, and maybe that's his like real last moment of peace before he, Daenerys dies or he dies. I think that's going to be one of these moments that we're really going to be like, wow, okay, this is, I think, one of these last moments of happiness that we're going to get with them all together. As the series is ending, people, let's face it. Game of Thrones season 8, after that, we're not going to get to see all this. So, if they all survive, and we don't know what happens in the future with them. So, oh God. Yeah, but will the House Stark have a greater family? We know, Jon told Theon that he was both Greyjoy and Stark. Sandor, he's really went out on a limb for these two Stark girls. So is he going to be kind of sticking around? Brienne, Davos, all of these people are kind of extended family members of House Stark because obviously Davos is supporting Jon and what he's doing. Brienne swore an oath to Catelyn. That's really important. Sandor's kind of got his own love for Sansa and Arya. And it is Father's Day, so Daddy Sandor, you know what I mean? Daddy Sandor Clegane. Jon being that fatherly figure too. Davos being that kind of figure for Jon, or at least teaching him wisdom. Tywin talked about wisdom. Can Jon impart wisdom on Arya and Sansa? Right? I mean, he has to. He literally has to be in this position, right? Be like Ned. Be this fatherly figure, because he is. Yeah, there is no Rob around. It's Jon. And yes, happy Father's Day to all of the dads out there. Happy Father's Day to all of the dads out there. Cheers to you. I got my lime water. Getting back on less beers, more water, more veggies, less pizza. that's the kind of train I'm on right now. Sans Day. Oberyn was speaking of fathers, Oberyn. Oh man, what a good character. And he really nailed his one season arc in the show. Pedro Pascal. You guys ever watch Narcos? He's great in that. Let's take some questions. Referencing Smokescreen's video while Jon and Drogon met in season 7, Dany meeting Ghost will be interesting. Yeah, I think I saw that pop up yesterday or today. We might get the first visual confirmation that Dany's pregnant with Jon's child through Ghost. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, we obviously had the connection of Jon and Drogon, knowing that Jon is part Targaryen. I think some people knew, at least it was suggested. And what kind of reaction will Ghost have with Daenerys Targaryen? I'm assuming it's going to be amicable, because Jon loves Daenerys, or at least it's implied that he does. And if she is pregnant, Ghost might sense that, sniffing her tummy or something like that, and then they send Daenerys off to the Maester, and she's carrying. So that'd be really interesting. Yeah, thanks for that comment, Alice. You know what? Let's put Allison Rose on the wall of pipe. We haven't had a member go up there yet in the chat. Let's do that. This marker's sucking right now, everyone. Sorry. Wow, I'm really sucking at this right now. I hope my marker's not dying. All right. Is there an E? I don't know. I completely screwed this up. But you are on the wall pipe. Ugh. Thanks for that question. I'm going to scroll back up again a little bit. Sarah P, does Jon know that Arya is back? I know Brienne and Sandor talked about her, but did anyone talk to Jon? So yeah, so basically when he was on Dragonstone, before he makes the speech that he's going to go do the ranging mission beyond the wall, he knows that they're alive, Bran and Arya. So yes, Sarah P, that is confirmed. Jon will be sad in Santavia, very, very much so. I don't know, that's just a collection that I've had, man. I don't know. I like sneakers, man. I like comfy shoes. Looking forward to see, Jinx says, looking forward to see the Golden Company screw over Cersei as soon as they realize who Jon is. Do you think? I don't know. I mean, the Golden Company, I mean, they're sellswords. I wouldn't count on it, but it's definitely possible that they double cross Cersei if she's not, giving them what they want. Maybe the Iron Bank opposes Cersei because they're not, happy with her decisions and how she's carrying herself, and she goes completely mad. That could be something, Mad Queen Cersei getting even more paranoid and possibly maybe like burning Tycho Nestoris alive or something like that. She thinks that he's betraying that kind of situation too. She thinks the Golden Company is going to leave them, and they actually aren't, and she burns Tycho, and then they actually do. Now she causes it because of her paranoia. Sansa will marry Gendry and not Sandor. Yeah, I don't know if Sansa's gonna get married at all. Hey Cindy, thanks for popping in. Sarah P. Cersei will be the scouring of the Shire. They defeat the big bad, that then this annoying thing messes stuff up and gets stomped. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's been alluded to that there is going to be this Ragnarok type of event, this apocalyptic type of event with the White Walkers and the dragons. But I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, Sarah. Or joy will turn to ashes in your mouth. Dragonfire or wildfire. Well, is it possible that Jaime goes back and tries to reason with Cersei one more time? Yeah, probably. They're gonna have the. She's gonna close up the gates to King's Landing for sure, right? I mean, it's gonna be Mad King Aerys all over again. They're gonna have to sneak into King's Landing, I think. And yeah, I mean, it definitely could be a wildfire incident. I mean, her father thought that he was going to be turned into a dragon instead of Arya Bright Flame. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that she thinks. I mean, she's not a Targaryen, but you know, maybe she thinks she's so crazy that she thinks she will be impervious to that or something. Oh, thanks, Chrissy. Chrissy's posting posting the links to the Patreon and GoFundMe. Thanks, Chrissy. We do have an awesome chat too. We got a lot of wrenches down there. I think we have like 30 moderators on the channel. I love it. Think Tyrion will convince the Golden Company to join Jon? Yeah, I mean, Tyrion had some blunders last season, so it would be nice to see Tyrion have a couple of victories, kind of figure out some plans. He is an intelligent fellow. I mean, Samwell and Bran are probably more going to be focused on learning about the White Walkers and Valyrian steel, and Tyrion will maybe be more of the strategic battle planner, where Jaime Lannister, if his brother comes, Jaime and Tyrion could get together, and I guess I think Jaime's going to be one of those commanders in the army. So I think Jaime's going to have a really big role in helping out Jon and Daenerys. So we will see. We will see. Yeah, I think Tyrion could make an impact, and I think that he respects House Stark. He's not like Cersei or Tywin. Like, I mean, not that Tywin didn't respect House Stark, but I don't think Tyrion has any ulterior motives. Seeing Jon and Daenerys together, and maybe he does care for Daenerys, loving her as a friend. She has done a lot for him, and he has done a lot for her. I don't think it's more than I don't think it's more than a friendship type of love, though, like caring for someone deeply. Tom Ascadan, Arya and Sandor will face off against the Mountain. We will hear the Mountain talk, and he will mock Sandor. Sandor saying he's coming for him, and Sandor will say, "It wasn't me." Enter Arya. Oh, crap. Wow. So Arya taking down. Yeah, you know what? That would be nuts. Arya versus the Mountain in the Cleganebowl. Get hype for. Can we get some hype for that in the chat? Talamaskadan. Let's put him back on the wall of hype. We'll put Talamaskadan back on the wall of hype. Sansa, Dan. So Sansa Dan figured, since he loves Sansa so much, we'll put Sansa right beside, instead of Talamaskadan, we'll put Sansa Dan. How many people would be pumped for the Cleganebowl, but like Arya fighting the Mountain? How insane would that be? That's definitely David versus Goliath-esque, too. So it says Sansa Dan on the wall. You're very welcome, Dan. I know how much you love Sansa. Let's get some tinfoil predictions. Does Arya kill the Mountain? And it's not Sandor. Sandor gets mortally wounded. That would be shitty. Then Arya is so badass that she takes down the Mountain. I would love to see that. Spectacular for sure. And then we can have that kind of bittersweet moment where Arya does deliver death to Sandor. He's really hurting, and then she has to do it, and she didn't grant him the gift last time. Arya saves Sandor, then kills Gregor. Wow. I would love to see that. I think that would probably be my favorite episode, whatever episode that was in. Sandor, Arya, and Jon. Wow, Mia, you think Jon's going to be in that equation? 3 versus 1? I think it's more likely to have like Brienne of Tarth, Jaime, Arya, and the Mountain together, because I think that Jon and Daenerys are going to be busy with dragons and the Night King. Nissa could be a red herring, John. Arya kills the Mountain by standing on the Hound's shoulders. Okay, well that's definitely tinfoil. I don't think that's happening. Yeah, Jon's gonna have bigger problems than the Mountain, I think, and that's the Night King. He'll want to protect Arya, yeah, but I mean, I think Arya can protect herself. But I get what you're saying, Mia. Their connection, yeah. Hashtag Brienne, Brienne or Bramy, Jamie and Brienne, or Drienne. I don't know. What are all these names that people use for Brienne and Jamie? Jon is every prophecy. I mean, he's really important. It's possible that he is. It's also possible that he's not. Sandor can kill the Mountain on his own. Yeah, I agree. But someone just put the idea out there that that this is going to be going down. So, how many? Show of hands. How many people? So, put a fire emoji if you think Arya is going to kill the Mountain, and put a heart emoji if you're going to think that Sandor is going to kill the Mountain. Thanks for joining, Daisy. Really appreciate you coming to hang out. Katrina, thank you very, very much. I think actually, are we at 114 patrons now? I have to check. I haven't even updated it. Katrina's permanently on the wall. All $20 patrons and above get a permanent spot. We're at 115 now. Okay, I gotta update the wall of hype. And you know who else I gotta put on there? Katrina, who should I put on? You know what? Steffi's. She was super cool at Con of Thrones. We're gonna put her up there. Let's do this. Let's fix this though. And to all the people that upgraded on Patreon, up their pledges, and to all the new people that joined, thank you. I think we got like 3 or 4 this week, which is pretty awesome. 115, different colors, but whatever. We're at 635 now. We're gonna put Steffi's on the wall of hype. Poor Sauron had that going down. John St. Baptiste, yeah, thank you, man. So Arya, like, I mean, another interesting thing, if we're gonna go talk about Arya, thank you, John, by the way, for that, and thank you, Katrin. Do we think that Jaqen is going to be any influence of Arya next season? I mean, do the Faceless Men and the House of Black and White have an impact in Game of Thrones season 8? It's certainly interesting. I mean, I would love to see them again and kind of see that tied up. It's not that bad here today, Jen. I'm in the flannel, but it's actually lightweight. It's a lightweight flannel. We're doing shots in Vegas. What do you mean, Helen? What do you mean Vegas? When am I going to Vegas? I don't know. I'm definitely. By the way, everyone, for people that don't know, I am going to Worldcon. Me, George, and Angie got our tickets. We are going to see George R. R. Martin be interviewed and talk about art, literature, writing, and we are going to go see him at Worldcon in California. That's actually in 57 days in San Jose. I'm going to stay with George Chartiano, our friend. But everyone, in case you didn't know, I am going to see George R. R. Martin speak live in California in San Jose. That's exactly a week before DragonCon. And at DragonCon, we're trying to get an interview with Evangeline Lilly, who's in Ant-Man and Wasp. We got some Marvel content me and George did that me and George have been working on that we're going to be putting out. So pretty excited about that, you know, very excited about that. But back to it, tinfoil The Faceless men are involved in Cleganebowl, maybe. I can't speak Cleganebowl. The Cleganebowl, maybe. Yeah, Jordy, Jack Nagar is dead, but we're talking about the Faceless men being involved. Do we think that we're going to see, maybe the Waif's face again? Maybe we'll see Jackin's face again. Maybe we'll see that old priest again. Yeah, I know. J.R. Rowley lives in Vegas. I would love to come visit. I don't know. So I do have I'm going to California for 4 or 5 days. Then I'm going to Atlanta for a full week for Dragon Con. Then I have a week in the middle. And I know some of you, like me, Ice and Fire, said come to Orlando. Smokahonta said come to Kentucky. There's a few of you that have sent me invites to come chill in your towns. I'm not decided yet on where I want to go. It's such a tough decision. I wish I could go, on like an Azora Hype Tours America type of deal, but I have to pick one spot. So it's really, really tough for me to just pick one. But I am gonna go somewhere in the middle for that middle week. I don't know where. I don't know. I think I would love to go to Disneyland. Orlando seems awesome, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to make some decisions. All right. Thanks again, John and Katrin. But yeah, really interesting. Faceless men, are they gonna make an impact? I don't know. Sirio, please. Yeah, he's not coming back to Mascadan. We interviewed in Chilled with Miltos, Yerlemu, who plays Sirio Farrell, who played Sirio Farrell. He's not going to be returning, but who knows? Never say never. You know what I mean? Maybe we will see him. So it's definitely possible. Chris Weinberger says, come out to Disneyland. I live 30 minutes away. Okay, so there's a few people that live in Orlando then. That's cool. I also did get invited back to Dallas. Did you invite me to Las Vegas? I don't know. There are people invited me everywhere. I love you guys, man. So Wesley says Jackin isn't coming back. Really? Yeah. Bratislava, I was watching the Brazil Swiss game for about the first 20 minutes before the stream. It was pretty tight. They're pretty chippy. They're definitely a lot of fouls. Helen says Arya is the waif. I disagree about that. When am I getting my green card? Question. What's my green card? Does that mean coming to work and live in the United States? I don't know what that is, because green card here is completely different, JR. Oh, Disneyland's in Anaheim? Yeah, Disney World, sorry. My bad. My bad, Chris. If Arya was Nymeria would have eaten her, yeah. That's a major thing, right? Arya and Nymeria, they wouldn't have had that interaction. Her direwolf knew who she was. 1,000 hypes in one. Imagine a hype and love Raven on a t-shirt. Endless possibilities. Whoa, Marty, we do have the t-shirt competition going on for the next month or so. That or maybe a little bit shorter, but there's some really good entries so far. That's a really good one. 1,000 hypes in one. Imagine a hype and love Raven. Whoa, I love that idea. Marty, you're going on the wall of hype for that. That's a sweet t-shirt idea. Wow, Marty, that's a sweet t-shirt idea, man. Loved it. How many hypes does Kyle have? I don't know. A lot. Hashtag Sansa Forever t-shirt. I could make a Sansa Forever t-shirt. It definitely is. Like the t-shirt business is definitely hard, right? I mean, we've had some pretty good designs so far, and there's been a decent amount of people that have Azora Hype shirts, though. But I to live in the States, green card. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what kind of process I would have to go through, JR, for that. Hopefully not. It wouldn't be too tedious, but Jen of House K, the Hype King. Yeah, see, I'm not one of those people that want to call myself king, though. You know what I mean? So, although you can say that, I may not. I may not wear the Hype King shirt. I'll buy 3, mail 2 to Dan. Hashtag Sansa Forever t-shirts. Wow. Kyle needs a wife to live in the States. Jen, I'm a very far away from getting married. Yeah. I'm, maybe, I can visit more, if you guys keep on inviting me, it makes flying or taking a bus out to the States a lot easier. Definitely. Like staying in San Jose, being like Con of Thrones is expensive, right? I mean, flights from where I am specifically, like if I lived in Toronto, my flights would be a lot cheaper. And I've been thinking about that. It would have to this move is going to happen after season 8, though. It's not going to happen this year. So this year there's going to be some traveling, but it'll definitely take some time. But I do like Canada. I do like Canada. It's going to take a lot for me to leave. But I think I'd also consider somewhere in Europe too. Depending. Maybe we get new information about the prequels and I go live in one of those areas so I can like report on that shit all the time. I don't know. Jimmy Page, yeah, our green card is different. Yeah, visa. We'll see. We'll see. The channel needs to definitely grow. Obviously, our Patreon is pretty good. We're at 115 patrons. If we get to about 200 patrons, I can probably pull off, going to San Diego Comic Con, that kind of thing. Like I could probably do maybe 10 cons in a year because basically what I'm doing with Patreon and the money from the chats and stuff is I'm putting it all back in the channel, trying to grow it, right? So we're almost at 20,000 subscribers. I think we're like 70 off, maybe 70 away. I can't remember the exact number, but if we keep on growing and doing well, there's some time before season 8 for the channel to grow. And season 8 will obviously be great for the channel for sure. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I would love to have dual citizenship, be able to work in the States and come down and stay for a month or whatever. Um, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. There's so much going on. But I will visit Europe for sure. I'll probably go visit Indie Geek and Gemma next year. Um, Beautiful Dirt, that podcast will not be returning, no. But we are going to we'll probably have a guest almost every week or every other week on the Citadel of Hype podcast. We got loads of guests. Next week we're having King McKay on, and Thursday I have coming on the channel In Deep Geek. I'm going to be doing in the honor of Jamie Lannister. He's going to be coming on Thursday, and then I'm going on his channel. We're going to be discussing the honor of Brienne of Tarth. So in the same day, you'll have 2 live streams within like 4 hours of each other, 3 hours. That's pretty sweet. Well, one thing I want to do too, everyone, is now that you mention it, is before season 8, what I would like to do for all of you guys is bring Tripodric out, bring the camera, and vlog in Croatia or Iceland, or at least go see one of the I have to go see where Thrones is filmed, right? Like that is like 100% thing that needs to happen. So I'm thinking about going to Ice and FireCon, John. Like I said, I'm using as much Patreon money and as much money into the channel to infuse back into the channel and to go to new events so we can network and get footage and better interviews and stuff for you guys. Yeah, more collabs are coming, but yeah, John Sabatiste, Ice and FireCon's a maybe. I don't know my schedule that far out, right? Like I know up until the end of September. I know up until September, like the first week of September, my schedule, but after that, I don't have a schedule, so I don't know. The Crypts of Winterfell, certainly interesting. Yeah, I mean, I think that it's possible that we do see. I mean, we're gonna definitely see the Crypts of Winterfell in season 8. I mean, Lyanna's buried down there. Once Jon finds out his heritage, his true heritage, that's definitely going to be huge, right? So we're definitely like Crypts of Winterfell could. Yeah, I'm wondering if Dawn is down there. Did Ned bring it back to Winterfell? I don't know. It's possible. Tom Askedan, I would invite you to the UK and send a guy to meet you from a plane with the plaque saying, hashtag Sansa sucks and leave you stranded in Manchester. Wow. That is the rudest thing ever, Talam Askedan. Wow. I'm going to unmoderate you for that. That was rude of you. Yeah, I think Nicola in the show, Bronn is surviving the whole series for sure. He's getting a castle and he's surviving. At this point, it's like if it doesn't happen, I'll be surprised. Wow, JR. One more away, huh? Helen, and he would understand anyone in Manchester. Oh God. Yeah, Braun surviving the war, I think, would be really interesting. He's not staying with Cersei. There's no way. Tyrion and Jamie together, Braun will be on their side. I mean, Braun likes living, so I think he'll fight for the side of the living. I think that's pretty, you know, pretty obvious. He can't spend money and go to brothels if he's not living. So, Chris Weinberger, is there a possibility that the Army of the Dead attacks Winterfell before Jon and Dany can get there? No, I think they're going to do. Yeah, I think it's near. I think it's like close to 0% because I think that they got to at least talk about plans. Like their plans could get interrupted or something. Maybe like end of episode 1 or 2. I think it's gonna. I think the big battle for Winterfell is going to happen in episode 3 though, because Miguel Sapochnik is going to be basically directing episode 3 and 5. Battle for King's Landing is 5, and the Battle for Winterfell is episode 3. So I don't. I think Dany and Jon. I mean, they're not going to be back to Winterfell episode 3, right? So James says Q&A is or hype. Hi Kyle, just asking. Do you think the Starks broke the guest right with Littlefinger or not? Check the bread and salt. Yeah, no, they definitely that was a blood feud, James. They didn't break guest right there. No, Karkikli, I have the same tattoo. Same tattoo. Helen says, do we have any confirmed dates for Game of Thrones season 8? No, we do not. Donnie Locklear. Oh man, this is a great comment. I love this, dude. This is amazing how much you and your live stream energy brightens my day. It makes it a little bit easier to get through this long night. Hey, Donnie, really appreciate that. You're going on the wall of hype because that's a super positive message. It is kind of this period where we don't have a ton of throne stuff right now, so wall of hype going up there, Donnie. There we go. Thank you for that comment, man. Appreciate that. Hype and love to the chat, of course, always. You know what it is. Cersei's head on a spike would be awesome. Nicholas says, could the Night King army attack both places? King's Landing and Winterfell? No, I mean, they're going to have to retreat from the north, I think. Sansa should have swung the sword. Yeah, she needs to. That's another interesting question. Is Sansa going to become more of a fighter? Because we know that she's intelligent, right? She's must have learned from all of her mistakes and everything that happened to her family. It's impossible that she hasn't learned a lesson. I mean, look at what happened with Littlefinger. So we'll see. I definitely think that, you know, with Arya around and Jon getting back, maybe Jon forces the issue. It's possible that he is, but then she'll be like, no, my mind is my weapon. Sansa and Cersei going at it would be nuts. Like, and Sansa killing Cersei, that would be sweet. Sansa will start the hero's journey. I mean, she in a way has had her own hero's journey. Really, I mean, everyone in A Song of Ice and Fire kind of has that journey going on. It's just Kyle Mascadan, dude, you're such a troll. Given Varys is a merman, he might head off the Greyjoy fleet with a school of killer dolphins. I'm going to give that about a 99% chance of happening. Varys is a merman, and he, starts being the captain of the Greyjoy ships as a mermaid. I think that can definitely happen. JR Rally, thanks for joining, my man. Appreciate you always. Solo is definitely a fun movie. I fell asleep through it though because me and Gemma had too many day beers. But I'm gonna go watch it again at some point. I think I fell asleep on my hand in a bowl of popcorn or something. She needs a trade. Sansa versus Cersei cat fight. Talk about fan service. I don't know though. I mean, I don't know if I want to see that really. I'd love to see like Cersei like try to outmaneuver Sansa, and Sansa's making some moves, and then Sansa gets her somehow. Maybe she's the one that recruits the Golden Company or something. We've got the Army of the Vale there now, and the Unsullied are going to be there. They're going to have a huge army, but we obviously know that some of that's going to be wiped out by the White Walkers, and the Night King. Okay, seriously, I think Varys is a Blackfire may intervene with the Golden Company. That'd be interesting if he does do that. Gets the the Golden Company on Jon and Daenerys' side. That would be interesting because in the books, obviously, Aegon is a Blackfire. That's just, I mean, the sign washing up on the shore. It's not. I mean, it's all rusted. I don't know. I think the Aegon in the books is definitely a Blackfire, possibly Illyrio's son as well. Yeah, Sansa is not going near Cersei. She might have to. I mean, they might all have to. Well, the thing is, it wasn't she filmed at the Dragon Pit, or there was a rumor that she was in King's Landing or filming in King's Landing. It'd be really interesting if they're there. I mean, that could be for like a wedding scenario or something like that, or the burning of Daenerys' body or Jon's body or something like that. But obviously, Jon would be buried in the north. I think he would want that. I'm thinking, funeral pyre at the Dragon Pit or something. Sansa could be there. Could be a red herring. They could be not filming there at all. They're just trying to make us think she's filming there. Who knows? I think, yeah, Jaime's got to be the one to kill Cersei for it to be the most impactful, right? But Sansa is now surrounded by her family. So even if she goes out of the way to do something secret, she's probably being watched by Arya or something. And she's going to be involved with all the final preparations for the War for the Dawn. She's going to be there. Edmure in season 8. Scott says, "Are we going to see Edmure?" Slim chance. There might be like one scene with him or something like that. If he is in the show, he's not playing a big role. But it could be possible, you know what I mean, that we get the Riverlands involved in everything. I mean, Bronn getting a castle there, possibly something like that. Maybe Sansa moves there. I don't know. Mama Ogre, do you reckon that instead of the Sword Throne, we get a King Arthur moment and get the ruling class in a round table? I've talked about that a lot, Mama Ogre. I think that Jon Snow, if he survives, Samwell Tarly, Tyrion, Sansa, Brienne of Tarsus of the world, Davos, some of those characters will have some sort of council at the end. Small council of the Seven, or maybe even more. It's not traditional, right? We have our cripples, bastards, and broken things in there, kind of deciding how to go about with Westeros, and maybe there is some tough decisions still there at the end because obviously Westeros has been through so much. The wheel has finally been broken, but people are still disagreeing. Maybe, hopefully not. Hopefully they get together and they decide that they all, for the common good, have to come to some sort of consensus, all the realms. Hashtag free Howland Reed. I will definitely put that up in the chat, man. Hashtag free Howland Reed. We definitely need Howland. Yeah, he would be huge. God's Eye refugee camp is what I was thinking, Kyle. Maybe. I would definitely love to see their floating castle, like people are suggesting. Yeah, John Haymaker, floating in the Swamp House Reed. That'd be awesome. William writes that Cersei orders Mountain to attack Bran and Jaime, chases her in rage. That's definitely possible. Yeah, I think so too. Euron gets his stuff cut off, like Theon. Whoa, I don't know about that. Yeah, I think he's going to keep it. Well, the bigger question is Yara Asha Greyjoy. I always say Asha, or sometimes they get confused. Obviously with the POV in the books, her name is different. But what if her tongue gets cut out and Theon acts as the voice for Yara, and Yara acts as the reproducer for um, the Greyjoy line? Because I think that one of them is going to survive. Euron is definitely probably going to die. Theon or Yara, one of them is going to survive to carry on forward. A great comment. Kyle and Gemma are the shield that guards us in the long night. Bring us the hype and love when it's dark and cold when the night is dark and cold when the night is dark and full of terror. Hype. Thanks, James. Does anyone think that Euron's going to do anything interesting in Game of Thrones season 8? Like, I don't know. I'm really down on not his casting. I think he's a good actor, but just the way they portrayed him as this mustache twirling villain. Woman will rule the whole kingdom? Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. The long hype instead of the long night. So Bratislava, let's go up to her comment here. I have a weird feeling that a faceless man is amongst them all. We'll see it at the end and be very surprised that one of our main characters was a faceless man. I think the biggest surprise would obviously be Arya, right? I think that would be nuts. Are we gonna get that surprise? Is there a faceless man amongst one of our favorite characters? Maybe Missandei? No, that would be really weird if Grey Worm went down on someone that was like completely not Missandei. See Euron's Valyrian steel armor. I don't think we're seeing Valyrian steel armor in the show with Euron. It could possibly happen maybe with Jon or Daenerys or something. I don't know. We got another Kyle in the chat. Kyle Butler, what's going on, man? Yeah, Jack Sparrow-ish, Amy says, for the show you're on. I don't know. We were talking about this the other day. Travis Fimmel in Vikings, who played Ragnar Lothbrok, or any one of those. There's a bunch of different characters who could have played Euron from Vikings that would have been a great casting. I think that obviously the Doran stuff didn't go down the way we thought it would, and I think that maybe it would have been good if they did more Greyjoy stuff. They flushed him out more, but he kind of did nothing. So I love Floki. Yeah, I'm actually almost caught up on Vikings. I've watched 2.5 full seasons in 1 week. So all this week, that's what I've been doing. Sorry there hasn't been as many videos this week, everyone. My uncle is in town, and he's dealing with Alzheimer's and dementia. So got to hang out with my aunt and uncle this week, which is really nice, and got to do some family time this week. So kind of took the opportunity to do that. And I do have a Daenerys video I've been working on, though. Karen Richmond, Sugar Mama of Hype, is sponsoring that one. And then we got another Ragnarok and Westeros video early next week for those of you that are enjoying that. Aless, thank you for joining us today. It was really nice to have you in the chat. Tim S says, how you digging God of War? I played literally 3 hours of it. I've been honestly haven't had that much time, but I definitely want to play more. I definitely want to play more, though. for sure. You should do Vikings videos. Yeah, when it comes back out, maybe me and King McKay can do some collabs. He does Vikings videos. I can definitely do that. I definitely want to do more on the channel. We have Marvel stuff that we're going to be putting out. It's me and George. It's called Marvel Us. Marvelous Marvel Us. So we're going to do, and it's basically me and George talking, and it's going to be me and George speaking in videos. They're going to be edited, but me asking George about specific questions on Marvel movies and Marvel theories that we have. Like, hey, George, what do you think about this? He'll throw it back to me, and it'll be kind of like short 10, 15-minute podcasts of me and George kind of going over some theories and stuff like that. So Marvel Us is coming up soon. Me and George Sartiano, for those of you guys who know George, we're going to be doing Marvel collaboration, getting a bunch of Marvel videos up for you guys. Scott McCoy, thanks for joining us today. Yeah, we got about another 10 minutes in the live chat today. I'm gonna go check out some World Cup after this and work on that Daenerys video for you guys. Yeah, Ant-Man and Wasp. It comes out on my birthday, Ant-Man and Wasp. It's like, it's like 2 weeks, basically. 16, 17 days until my birthday. I think we're gonna do a birthday stream too. Would everybody be down to chill for a birthday stream? Have some drinks and some snacks and stuff. We'll have some special guests on. That'd be fun, right? I'm turning 32. I'm getting pretty old. So I really want to see Ragnarok Norse mythology. Yeah. July birthdays are the best, Wesley. Yes, they are. 21st birthday, Tom Escadan. Thanks. Now I haven't seen I don't really know all of the standings. I just know that Germany lost today. I'm a Cancer. Yep, that's my sign. Very emotional family man. Yeah, I'm definitely an emotional guy. I think you guys can see that. You turned 32 yesterday. Yeah, that's right. Happy belated birthday to Amy True in the chat. Oh, let's get some hype and love for her. I do have a Samuel video as well. Yes, I do have a Samuel video as well that I've recorded. Definitely enjoying the new editing, the videos with new software. That's been really fun. It's challenging. It's different, right? Because I'm still learning. I'm like still a novice at all of it. Yeah, happy birthday, Amy, one of our proud members of the Legion of Hype. I don't know what. Let's do a poll right now. There's still 65 of you here in the chat. I want to hear. Before we end the stream, I grab some food, watch some World Cup, and do some work tonight. I want to hear from you guys. What do you enjoy most on the channel? What do you want to see the most of? And what do you think I should do the most of? Let's do a Legion of Hype. Sit down and chat. Let's kind of do like a Legion of Hype meeting right now. Let's have a meeting. Let's chat with each other. Let's really talk about it. What would you like to see on the channel? What do you like the most on the channel, and what do you enjoy seeing most? I know some of you are going to say this live streams, but what do you enjoy seeing the most? Let's do that. Westworld, this is not doable right now, I don't think, adding it to the schedule. Tom Mascadan says the chat. Okay, so Tom Mascadan says live streams. Live streams, okay. Bond says content videos. Live stream and vlogs, okay. Live streams and more Ragnarok content. Star Wars, I could do Star Wars too. Live streams. Content for Game of Thrones, live streams. Love Marvel stuff, yeah. Definitely the community. Yep, community is awesome. Hey, Stephanie. Why can't we have our own con online? Legal Jedi says, I think whatever is on your mind, you are very insightful. Thank you. Appreciate that, Legal Jedi. Community and Kyle Sneakers, live streams with guests. Engagement with the community is key. That's correct, Gemma. More Gemma. We're always going to have Gemma. Hopefully. She doesn't get tired of me. So, wow. So the energy in the live streams is your favorite. It's awesome. More me. Gemma says more me. Okay. I hear. Gemma says, "How could I ever get tired of you, Kyle?" Aw, more horny goats, says BY Mary. Well, I like to take everyone's thoughts into consideration. Not everyone enjoys live streams as much as the other person, so I try to keep a nice balance. Obviously, we're in the summertime, so there's less news about Thrones. And obviously, everything's been talked about. So, but I'm having Indie Geek on this week. Me and Gemma on her channel this week. The podcast is on Gemma's channel. Gonna have King McKay. Like I said, I do have the Ragnarok video coming out, and I do have the next video that will be out. It'll be out for sure tomorrow. Is the Daenerys video sponsored by Karen Richmond, talking about her final scene in the series. So good balance in Vikings. Yeah, we definitely, when George comes on, we're going to do the Marvel Us. He's going to have a little bit more time. He works at Google now. He's been pretty busy, but so live stream content where people can ask questions. Yeah, so people like that, the being engaged then the most. Well, sweet. That was a fun little meeting. Getting to know what everybody. I like to do this every now and then, like once a month. You know what I mean? Kind of check in on everyone because things change all the time, right? And obviously now we're going to Worldcon. We're gonna hopefully I can ask George R. R. Martin a question. Hopefully, maybe Worldcon maybe will give us those press passes if we apply for them. We'll see. But me and George are for sure. Me, George, and Angie, his girlfriend, are for sure going to see George speak at Worldcon. I believe it's on August. It's on the Friday. I think it's on August 17th or 18th. We're going to see George R. R. Martin in California. I'm going to try to get some content for you guys for that. I can't guarantee anything, but I'm really, really going to try. Or at least, you know what, we'll at least do a reporting video on it. After, if we can't get a question into George, we'll definitely do a recap. Because History of Westeros, Ashea and Aziz are going to be there. And I think Lucifer means Lightbringer and his wife are going as well. So maybe we can do a big roundtable discussion of what George talked about there. I don't think it's just going to be Song of Ice and Fire talk, but it'll be George Martin talk. And then Dragon Con, we're going to try to get some Marvel content. Hopefully, fingers crossed, they have one Game of Thrones actor there. Last year, they tried to get Lena Headey. We actually had an interview with her, but she ended up canceling because of filming for a movie. But yeah, new ideas are always welcome. So if you have any new ideas or anything that hasn't been on the channel that you would like to see, I know some people have suggested Westworld. Let me know in the comment section of this video after this chat is over. Let me know what you would like to see more of on the channel or new ideas that you have. I'm always open to that, And yeah, we can set up an all-day event maybe. Gemma, maybe we can do a supersized. Maybe Gemma, what about a supersized video? We have a bunch of people from the live chat come in. We have 10 or 12 different guests come on in over 3 hours or something. What if me and Gemma did a super huge podcast for you guys? Would you guys enjoy that? A 3-hour podcast maybe? An online con? Okay. Let's do that then. That would be interesting, and we can interview all of these amazing people. That'd be pretty sweet. All right, let's do that. That'll be something we'll try. Me and Gemma will try to figure that out. Try to do a super long stream where we have a bunch of different guests come in at different hours and stuff like that. So me and me and Gemma and Indie Geek can fill for half an hour, and then other people come in and out. That'd be pretty sweet. I would want to organize it. Maybe everybody knew about it for a couple weeks, because apparently YouTube is not sending notifications out to all of you when my videos go up. So James, for that idea, James, message me privately. I'd love to involve you in that, man, for that idea. That'd be sweet. And having some of you patrons on, I do, John St. Baptiste, he's going to come on the channel at some point. We're going to have Talamasca Dan on at some point. We're having Indie Geek on next week. We have King McKay for sure coming on. And we'd definitely like to obviously get some more creators on. Any of you ever want to do a fun stream with me and Gemma or something, we can definitely do that. But thanks everyone for coming today. Like I said, it's not a super long stream today, but I wanted to kind of chime in, do some speculation on season 8. We didn't even talk about the prequels, which is crazy. I guess that hype is over already. But yeah, me and Gemma are going to think of something cool to do. For me, I specifically want to hear from all of you in the comment section. Let me know what you would like to see more of or new ideas. Of course, if you do want to support the channel, we're trying to get that train going on Patreon. I think we're up to 150 patrons. You can pledge $1. As easy as doing that. That's less than a cup of coffee. So if you do want to support the channel, I know so many of you in the chat are already patrons and stuff. So kind of beating the same drum. But if anybody new watching this does want to get bonus content, link to Patreon is in the description of this video. The link to my Twitter, the link to the GoFundMe for DragonCon, and WorldCon is in the description of this video if you do want to help out with that. And yeah, thanks for joining, everyone. I'll see you in some videos tomorrow. I got a video with Daenerys come out tomorrow, so I'll see you in that one. Hype and love.